you know that? Now it's George W. Bush. Now it's
this is my McConaughey accent.
Oh, God. McConaughey. Got the name right too.
Did
McConaughey.
No. That's like a swing and a miss, but they fouled it at the coach.
Kyle, who is
two strikes on one pitch? I don't know.
Kyle, who is the easiest person to do an impression of?
Oh,
do you think?
I mean,
I want to tell
easy.
Woody too.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is very easy, especially if you just do a very basic Arnold and you you like let that flow. Like that's super duper easy. I think Australian is just it like that Crocodile Dundee. If you just quote Crocodile Dundee and you don't have to like free ball and like on the like very few accents can I like be fluent in that accent. That sounds like a silly thing to say, but you have to on the fly. Like with Russian, I just know how the words should sound, so I can make it do that. But with Australian, if everyone can say, it's a knife, like how to say that.
Yeah.
But if you have to like, I don't know, I think that's very easy to just say, now that's a knife with an Australian accent. So I think those two in particular are like super easy. Yeah, just copying those two actors' performances.
Would he give us a Schwarzenegger?
Hold on. Oh, that ties into what I was saying. It's like part of it is doing the accent. And part of it is, what would somebody say in this accent? And you think the second part's easy, but it's not. Like ever
second part's harder.
Non-camera person, someone puts a camera in your face and asks you a question, you are frozen. Most people are terrible if you put them on camera. Mm-hmm. That's where I am with accents. It's like, what he said, do an Indian accent. Like, fuck, I know like 4 words and then I hit the wall. But
yeah,
so like even right now, I'm like, well, what would Schwarzenegger say? I'm gonna pump you up.
I ignore the fact that my father was a Nazi.
I ignore the fact that my father was a Nazi. Man,
in your world of accents, that's a winner. Like
Taylor, for some reason in Texas, I got Indian food. And I was very motivated to learn the Indian accent. So there I am on. Oh, and by the way, Taylor once told me years ago that he practiced accents. And I'm like, wait, what? This is not a skill that he was just born with. This is something that he a skill that he developed and worked on. It's like when I tell those people, oh, you're just good at drawing. You were born that way. They're like, no, it's practice, you dick.
Well, by practicing accents, like I mostly do just do it, but I would like make myself laugh. Like,
Well, so I'm on my motorcycle and it's so horrible that I quickly get bored and discouraged. I'm not.
Yeah,
trying.
it's. Look, it's hard to make yourself sound certain ways. It's almost like trying to hit a note that you've never hit before sometimes, because you've got your voice and your way of saying things. So like some things in particular, like just like pulling German out of my ass or pulling Indian out of me. Indian's hard. That sort of bouncer thing. I end up in a weird place. I can't.
You know what is funny about this? You know what is funny about this for me is that I've been playing Age of Empires 2, and so there are many civilizations in this game. And so me and my friends, when I play, I have been only asking for help in the accent of whatever civilization I am playing. And so recently, just because of this voice, I chose to play Hindustanis, because that is fun to me. And so when I am attacked, I will say to my friends, I will say, help, I am being attacked and I need assistance. Help, I am being attacked at the northern side of my base and I will very much like if you could send assistance.
That's convincing enough to like to be a Hindu gas station officer on a gas station like operator on a prank phone call. To call corporate and tell and like have some crazy thing about your Funyuns being eaten up, like that's excellent. That's so good. That's a hard one to do.
The bounciness of Indian is very much enjoyable to me. I like doing the voice.
You're light on the bounce. The whole time I was thinking you're hitting that low part of it that I've only heard from older Indians. I hear that part of it that's sort of in the back. I hear that from like I'm picturing an older Indian man with like partial baldness who's like hassling me over a car. Like I've heard it there, but like that more bounce it, that up and down sort of thing, I hear from like younger telemarketer Indians who are trying to. They're like quickly trying to rip me off, like before I can hang up.
No, that the youth is speaking not in the correct manner. Like that it's so fucking fun. Like I think Indian is like one of the easier ones. I can't do British to save my life because it just becomes Australian. But Indian because it's so bouncy.
British is there are at least 3 or 4 distinctive different British accents that we often try to imitate that very posh, like Alfred the Butler sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't even exist there outside of like, it might not exist there at all.
A couple of weeks or months ago, you guys were mocking English accents who were from like blocks away.
yeah. And they're disgusting. Like Patty.
Oh, brother, what are you from? East Chester? Yeah. Oh, you're not even fucking English.
I'm fucking you, man.
I'm a fan of Manchester City. I'm a fan of Manchester United. they hate each other. Isn't that hilarious? We have to throw a little shade at the UK. Their country's so small, they have to have like all these teams in the same place. Like,
yeah,
they're like big rivalries between talent? North Chestertonshire and East Chestertonshire, like ferocious rivalries that they see as irreconcilable. Like,
meanwhile, like that's how far we go to the grocery store.
yeah, like it is funny. It's like, and I'm the most American of that. I'm a dude from Missouri. I'm from the Midwest. I'm from the type of people who are like, the beach is only 15 hours away. Let's drive. Like that's what Midwest people are like. Like if we could,
dude,
I could thoughtlessly drive across all of Europe. Like all
absolutely. No, I've done it. I have been sitting in my house at 7, 8, 9 p.m. and just decided I'm gonna drive to Florida or Illinois tonight. Mm-hmm. And just start getting ready. Like I've done it multiple times for my whole life. I was like 24 or something like that. I just drove to like southern Florida that night with no preparation. Like my cards were getting fucking declined the whole way. Like through the night.
You couldn't get a Red Bull and
I bought enough Monster like locally because I knew it was gonna be morning before I could get the bank on the phone.
You what? But before we wrap, I just if you ever want to work on accents, you are welcome to join me and my friends in Age of Empires 2, where you will only you are only allowed to communicate in an accent of the civilization that you have chosen. So if you are trying, you can do it, you know. And because it is fun, I will suggest you pick Hindustani as well. There's a couple Indian civs, and so me and my buddy, he can't really do the voice, but he was like, are you like he can't really do the voice, but like we made it because we were allied against, and he picked an Indian civ and I did. And so I'd be like, brother, are you ready to attack the opponents at their base? And he'd be like, that is not what I am trying to do. Like, because he can't really do the voice. And so I'm like, well, are you a spy? You do not sound Indian. I do not trust you. Like, that kind of,
is there a Russian civilization? Because
there's this, they're called the Slavs, and they actually have the Ukraine emblem on them. The Slavs, they're a pretty solid infantry civ. I think they're fun. So if you are looking for practice, it is a wonderful way.
Okay.
All right.